What's up, fellas? Andy, what's going on? This is the Goodfellas RC Club YouTube channel. First one I've done for you guys here, but figured it'd be a lot easier if you guys see all the stuff and whatnot, so have to go through Facebook. It'd be right here on YouTube for you. But it is the LED how-to video. So we can get started off here. I can kind of share a little bit of stuff I do personally to make these fancy little light bars I got. Woo. They're pretty easy, actually. Not too bad. All you need to do is get yourself some LED strip. This is the white stuff, the stuff I use. This has got every dot marks, every hashtag for the dots is exactly an inch long. So you can make up a 1 inch, 2 inch, 3 inch, 4 inch, 5 inch, 6 inch, however long inch light bar you want out of the stuff. There's also stuff works great for the undercarriage rock lighting to go in your frame. Whoop. So I might do it with my Jeep one of these days when I get the time to do it, because let's face it, I haven't had time to do it yet. I've been pushing with other stuff, customer stuff and whatnot. I power all my big LEDs, like this stuff here and my other big ones, with this little guy. He's a little Nanotech 450 milliamp 3S LiPo battery. It's for a blade helicopter, a 180 CFX blade helicopter. It's got a, holy crap, it's got a 65 to 130 C discharge. Now, do you really need them with discharge for lights? No, but it was 14 bucks. I'm not going to pass it up. I won't, no, not going to happen. But what's cool about it is this, it came with a red JST plug, which is awesome. Makes it easier, makes life simpler. I'm sure you could probably use these on like those little Andromeda drones or whatever you want to call them. Probably great with those too. But I usually use the JST plugs. You can use Dean's plugs if you want to. It's however personal preference. It don't matter. If you want to use Dean's plugs, they're easier for you. Use Dean's plugs. I don't care. Don't matter. You'll need, so you got your LEDs, you got your battery. Oh yeah, you're gonna need your razor blade, like this or something similar. If you can, what I do, I just pull the blade out itself, because you have to be able to get in here to basically cut away the rubber. What do you want to call it? Rubber sealant, rubber coating, or whatever you want to call it. Anyway, but you want to cut away this rubber stuff out of here to gain access to little tabs in here to solder onto. And they're in there somewhere. You can kind of see them in there. I don't know if you can see it here. And focus doesn't even work. That's awesome. But anyway, you can kind of see a little bit here. But we've got a positive and a negative side. Pretty simple. Black is black. Red is red. Same thing with everything else. Don't cross them because they won't work. But be careful when you're doing that, though, because don't be like me. I found the hard way when you're down to almost your last one. Thankfully, I had more. Thank God. But I went too far in this one here, as you can see from the video from earlier, too. Is I cut too deep and cut off one of the tabs to solder onto. So I can only use half this now. So if I want to make a little 1 inch one, it'll work. But oh well, it happens. You're going to need, of course, your soldering iron. Ta-da! I use a Weller. It's, what is this? It's a Weller WLC100. That's the part number for it. WLC100. That's what I use. It's got a dial heat indicator. Basically goes from 1 being lowest, 5 being the highest. And when I'm doing these guys here, I'll keep it about a 3, because you don't want to overheat these guys, because they will melt. And when I mean they will melt, I mean it will melt the buttons, it'll melt the plastic, it'll melt the rubber, I mean this whole thing will pretty much be like, whoops, it's gone. But anyway, so just be careful with the heat. Big important thing. The other big important thing is the solder you use. Now, a lot of guys have solder around the house because they do batteries and so on and so forth. But my opinion, now this is just my opinion, use the smallest solder by working with the stuff. A lot easier to use. The thinner stuff is heats up faster. It's melts or heats up faster, melts quicker, easier to solder with than the bigger stuff here. This stuff takes a little longer time to heat up. That's why this doesn't get used. This is my backup solder if I do need it. God forbid. But they're both 60-40 rosin core solder, just plain Jane, nothing special. So use that, and when you get down to it, just put a couple little dabs. Once you get this all scraped off, just take your soldering iron and pull heat to it. Put a couple dabs on each tab where the batteries, where the terminals are in here. A couple dabs of solder on it just to get it started, and then go ahead and I use this piece of plastic I got because that's all I have. I don't have a cower cement. I had nothing like that. I don't have any, those helping hands that would be awesome to have. So I improvise, and I just use a piece of old cutting board I cut up. So, and if it melts, I don't care. So, or a piece of wood, that works too. But that works for me. I like it. It works for right now until I can get the money to get other cool stuff. But I mean, that's pretty much all about it, really. I mean, nothing really special fancy. Just take your time at it. You'll get it. Don't rush yourself, especially stuff that's this small. It does take time. You may not always get it right the first time. Like I said, if you got a couple pieces that you don't need or just want to screw around with, just kind of cut up a few pieces, try them out so you get used to it. I've been doing these for a while now, so I've been soldering for quite a long time since I was in high school, which was, God, years ago. But you'll get used to it. If you know how to solder good, you'll be fine. You'll get it. But as far as a wire you can use, servo wire works good too. I'm sure everyone around here has got a bad servo somewhere or something around here that you just kind of clip off the wire for. You can use this stuff. Works great. No problem. You can use the stuff here. This actually came off an old LED light kit I got. The bulb burnt out on it, and I'm like, well, I'm going to keep it on just in case, and that's what's on here. It worked out great. Nice little lead on it. About like 8 inches or whatever the hell it is. But worked out great for this. So, but, oh, and, if any of you, instead of having always plug in your battery every single time you want to test out lights, we can do lights like this. If you have Christmas lights, which I know most of you do, I do because I'm a huge Christmas tree or light freak, and my whole house always lit up every Christmas. But my buddy of mine gave me these because he had them off of his icicle lights. It's a little tester that that comes in the boxes for like the store ones. You get it like a Menards hardware store, Walmart, or whatever. They come with a little button. Bloop, bloop, bloop. And basically you've got, well, I might put it in here, but you can kind of, where's the other one at? You just come with like this little connector here to plug in for the lights, just to test them out. I got 3 of these. Just sitting here, but I might have done here with a red JST plug. Because once I get my other plugs in here soon, I'm going to put the males on my lights that I make, and then I'll have my female here for the tester. This is 12 volts. This is kind of cool. It's got replaceable batteries in it, and you just hit the button to test it, and it works great. So keep in mind. So if you have anything like this in your Christmas box, whatever, for your lights for your house or whatever, take a look. Keep them. They'll come in handy. I like them. Well, yeah, I mean, that's pretty much about it as far as all the information I can really tell you. If you have any questions, by all means, hit me up, through either my personal page or on the Goodfellas, PM me. If anyone's interested in getting light bar too, let me know. I know I'm not going to sell anything in here, but I do have a couple pieces here I have waiting to get milled out for light bars for little 2-inch ones. Yeah, let me know. I'm always looking to help guys out with stuff like that, so any questions or whatever, hope this video helped little people with some of the stuff here. Pretty simple, nothing complicated. So I think that's about it, really. So, like I said, anything else, hit me up, let me know. Comments, questions, concerns, feedback. comment here, and I shall talk to you later. Thanks, guys.